Good afternoon and welcome to another InvestorIdeas.com podcast looking at cannabis news, stocks to watch, as well as insight from thought leaders and experts. Today we're looking at announcements from Canopy Growth Corporation, trading on the TSX as Weed, and now also on the New York Stock Exchange as CGC. Maricann Group Incorporated, trading on the CSE as Mary, and the OTCQB under MRRCF, as well as Sunniva Inc., trading on the CSE under SNN, and the OTCQX as SNNVF. First, looking at Canopy Growth Corporation, who announced that they've acquired Daddy Can Lesotho Pty Limited, trading as Highlands. Based in the Kingdom of Lesotho, Highlands holds the license to cultivate, manufacture, supply, hold, import, export, and transport cannabis and its resin. Lesotho is a high-altitude mountainous kingdom that boasts over 300 days of sunshine per year and was the first African nation to legalize medical cannabis in 2017. It has an ideal humidity and growing conditions for greenhouse cultivation. Together with very low operating and resource costs, this places Canopy Growth in a position to produce large quantities of high-quality medical cannabis at a very low cost. Lesotho is also strategically positioned for the future medical cannabis economy of Southern Africa, including the potential market of South Africa, with a population of over 55 million people, where medical cannabis laws are being developed. Lesotho is Canopy Growth's first step in Africa, and we look forward to working with the strong local team at Highlands to establish production and distribution capabilities consistent with Canopy's global standard for high-quality, regulated medical cannabis products, said Mark Zegulin, president of Canopy Growth. Combining the domestic and regional knowledge of Highlands with the global experience and expertise of Canopy Growth is the largest example of the company establishing a meaningful local presence. With the objective of future local production to serve the regional market, these operations are part of Canopy Growth's commitment to the Lesotho economy, including supporting job creation and lasting community engagement. All key members of the Highlands management team will continue to lead the organization as part of the Canopy Growth family. Maricann Group Incorporated reported its financial and operating results for the first quarter of this year. Maricann recognized revenue of $600,000, down from $1.1 million in the first quarter of last year. This decline in revenue can mainly be explained by the timing of a large bulk transaction of Switzerland-based cannabis cultivator, Haxon AG, which subsequently closed in the second quarter. As a result, current sales for the second quarter of this year are approximately $900,000 to date, that's unaudited. Consistent with previous guidance, the company is now positioned for export to the European market, having achieved European Medicines Agency Good Manufacturing Practice certification for its facilities at 150 8th Concession Road, Langdon, Ontario, that's Site 150, a prerequisite to export cannabis to the European Union. Additionally, the company is preserving inventory for both export to Europe and the adult use market in Canada when legal. We maintain our position that establishing sustainable baskets of margin for our products that will be preserved over the long term is more important than immediate gross revenue. We base all our business decisions in the interest of the long-term value creation for our shareholders, stated Ben Ward, CEO. Some of the other highlights of the quarter included strengthened the company's balance sheets by raising $40 million by way of private placement, positioned with provinces for supply to the upcoming recreational market, signed an exclusive agreement with Colorado-based Rare Dankness to provide their award-winning genetics to the Canadian market. Rare Dankness is a multi-year winner of the prestigious Amsterdam Cannabis Cup, and the first room in Phase 1 of Maricann's world-class grow facility was ready for cultivation. Subsequently, the company received its third license from Health Canada to move ahead with cultivation activities and is now propagating 2,639 plants in the new facility. And finally, looking at Sunniva Incorporated's wholly owned subsidiary Natural Health Services Limited, NHS, Canada's largest referral network of medical cannabis patients to licensed producers in Canada, who held an open house for media and the public today at the grand opening of his clinic located at 7900 Anchor Drive in Windsor, Ontario. The facility is one of 7 owned and operated patient-centric clinics operating in Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and Ontario. NHS provides consultation, medical cannabis education, and an introduction to the products and strains available through licensed producers across Canada. NHS clinics are staffed by physicians, nurses, educators, and patient care representatives on site. That's today's podcast. Investor Ideas reminds all listeners to read our disclaimers and disclosures on the InvestorIdeas.com website, and this podcast is not an endorsement to buy products or services or securities. Investors are reminded all investments involve risk and possible loss of investment.